Number one, in my opinion, the best way to save time is to use convenient cooking gadgets. And I don't know if any of you have an air fryer, an instant pot, a slow cooker, a waffle maker, a blender. Do you have any of these things? You don't have to have them all. But I do advise getting one and learning how to use it. Like read the manual, get a lot of recipes under your belt, figure out at least one of those because we usually have a bunch of this crap, sorry I said crap, but we always have like all these gadgets in our garage and then we don't use them, right? They're all dusty. So for me, the Instant Pot was like so scary. I don't know why. It just seemed like it was going to explode. So if that's like you, I just want to give you a quick little recipe. It's super quick, and this I make this every week on usually Sundays, and then I have enough for the whole week. So already in my pot. Are you guys cracking up? We're cooking in my office again. So already here in my pot, if you can see here, I just cut up some chicken breasts. These are just, plain old chicken breasts. They were frozen. I thawed them. They're in little pieces, but that's just because that's how it was when I pulled them out of the freezer. And I'm guessing, I don't know, like 2 pounds. What do you guys think? If anyone has a better guess, let me know. Because it was in my Ziploc. I have no idea. I'm thinking about 2 pounds. So you want to put this on top of your grate if you have an Instant Pot. There's like a little metal trivet at the bottom. All right. And you always add a cup of water. Always add a cup of water to anything you're cooking in the Instant Pot. It's something to do with the pressure or whatever. Steaming. And I told you we're going to make this easy. I get a little packet of ranch powder. I get these from the dollar store. Get whatever brand you like. Simple. Done. Was that the easiest chicken you've ever made? Okay, so I do this like every Sunday, like I said. You could use whatever meat you want. If you wanted to do pot roast, pork, if you wanted to do chicken, any type of meat that you're into, throw it in this chicken, throw it in your Instant Pot. All right, I'm gonna seal it up. That means you point it away from you. It's a very technical term. And you can do this from frozen or fresh. I always err on the side of caution and just go a little bit more. I do pressure cook. I usually do like 10 minutes per pound. And then we'll see what happens. All right, so while that's cooking, we're gonna keep talking. Do you love that? So simple. There's no excuses for cooking when it's this easy. Come on, I'm in my office cooking dinner and I did it in like 12 seconds. That's pretty good. So that is tip number one. Use your beautiful time-saving gadgets, whether it be an air fryer, slow cooker, Instant Pot, whatever it is that you're into, figure out how to use it and use it. Get it out once a week and just put it on your rotation. Because I promise you, you won't regret it. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, I like to set a date. And you know me with my show and tell. So I'm holding up my calendar here. And as you can see on my calendar, it says grocery shopping. So at my house, I like to go every Monday. That's just my rule. I don't know why. I feel very motivated on Mondays. Like I wake up with a fresh attitude, like I can do anything. Maybe I feel guilty from the weekend. I don't know. But this is my day to shop. And I used to try to pawn it off on other people meaning my husband. But I finally realized that if I want to eat healthy and I want to cook healthy, I need to go shopping myself. Because when he went, he would forget stuff, or he would say, that's too expensive, or he couldn't find it, or he'd get the wrong brand. And then I found myself getting mad at my husband for no reason. He was going grocery shopping. Why didn't I just go myself? So now I make it a date. I go once a week, every Monday. The other day I talked to my brother, and he said, I don't mean to throw my poor brother under the bus, but he told me that he goes grocery shopping once a month. And I was like, how are you buying fresh fruit and vegetables? If you go once a week, at least, I think that you'll do much better buying fresh produce and keeping it in your house. Okay? So give that a try. Just put it on the calendar, make it a date, make it special, whatever you need to do to convince yourself to go, go at least once a week and make it a routine. If you know when you're going to the grocery store, you can start mentally planning your meals, what you might need, looking around the pantry. It's not like an accident. We all know if you go to the grocery store and you haven't planned, what happens? You start spending money on everything. You're like just chucking it in the cart, like that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. And then before you know it, you've spent $1 trillion on a bunch of stuff you don't even want or know how to cook. So plan it out, go once a week. I promise you will start saving money right away. That's an obvious tip. Yes, it is, but how many of us do it? Think about that one. Number 3 is Make Ahead Monday. I'm going to show you my big giant bag of frozen cauliflower. Now this looks expensive. It's the organic rice cauliflower, but it's not. I bought this at the grocery outlet. That is a discount grocery store that I have in my community. I bet you have a discount grocery store in your community too. It's probably called something different, but check it out. Look on your maps, look on your Google, see what is available in your community. I think a lot of us get stuck going to the same stores just out of habit, and we forget that there's other types of stores that you maybe didn't even think of. You might have crossed it off your list. And when I started to lose weight, I got more brave and I stepped out of my comfort zone and I went into stores that I'd never been to before, and I found wonderful products, fresh produce, much better sales than I was used to at my normal grocery store. And I was surprised at the quality. So this was at Grocery Outlet, and it's a huge bag. It's from Italy, how fancy. And it's 3 pounds of riced cauliflower. So this is one of my tips for you, a Make Ahead Monday. I'm gonna cook this whole thing once a week, whether it be Monday, Tuesday, whatever. But I'm gonna make it once a week and put it in the refrigerator and then use this for recipes throughout the week. That way when I'm starving and I'm trying to figure out what to eat, I already have some ingredients already prepped. So whether it's rice cauliflower or something else, just start making large amounts of things once a week, putting it in your fridge, and then you can kind of just pick at it. Number 4. Is this fun or what? I'm having fun. This is fun for me. Number 4, I call this weekly holidays. And I'm thinking about writing a whole book on this because this could be a fun thing to do. Like, for example, how many of you do soups every Sunday? Or how many of you do meatless Mondays? I know that's really popular. At my house, we do Taco Tuesdays. So every week we have something we look forward to. Not every day of the week necessarily, because that would be, you know, a little bit too planned out. But we like to just count on things. It makes it fun. So every Tuesday we do Taco Tuesday. And what I like about Taco Tuesday is I use this for my tacos. These are little romaine boats. I'm going to show you what they look like in case you've never done this before. And there you go. Ta-da! They come right out. I mean, how easy is that? No complaints, no fuss. I make the same taco meat for my family, season it the same. I do the cheese, the guacamole, olives, little bits of tomato and onion, jalapeno. Yes, my kids will have some rice and beans. I don't eat that, but I make this. Oh, I can hear the chicken. And you know what? I've been doing this for so long that now my kids stopped using the corn tortillas to make their tacos, and they use this. And I didn't even say anything. They just did it one day. I was like, all right, score 1 for mom. So Taco Tuesdays, Meatless Mondays. Think of something fun, like a tradition at your house, and it can get everybody motivated. I think it saves money and time because you already know it's for dinner on that day of the week, and everyone can look forward to it, and you just stop stressing about it. Because half of the stress of cooking is, what do I eat? Right? It's true. All right, so let's move on. Number 5. I have a little list. I'm cheating. So number 5, I call this instant happiness. Because sometimes saving money and saving time is about having something that's delicious and ready to go right out of the gate or right out of the refrigerator. I want to eliminate all of the barriers to healthy eating. And yes, sometimes I'm going to be, cooking. Like over here, I'm steaming my cauliflower and making elaborate meals. But other times I'm just hungry and I want to eat fast and I don't want to chop or wash or cut. I just want to eat. So I think sometimes spending a little money to save time is just as valuable as trying to be, super thrifty. So for me, this is a real treat. I call this my instant happiness. I think I've shared this on our show before, but it seriously might be my favorite thing in the whole wide world. You can do so many things with this. I like to mix it with mayonnaise and Splenda, and I have that in my first cookbook. It's called the lawn clipping coleslaw, lawn clipping salad, something like that. I keep changing names of stuff, but I think I've talked about it before with you guys. But it's pretty easy to make. It's like vinegar, mayonnaise, Splenda, or sugar-free sweetener of your choice, a little bit of red onion, a couple bags of this, and then I eat the whole thing. Sometimes 2 bags. Because I'm classy. Okay. And then I can nibble on it all week long, which is great. You can have it for your lunch a couple days in a row. Pretty good, right? Now, I wouldn't be a good role model for you if I didn't recommend that you double ahead, like double your meals. Whatever it is you're making, you're doing all this hard work. You're cooking, you're preparing a salad, tacos, you name it. It's cooking back there. Whatever it is you're making, make enough for later. And not just tomorrow, not the next day, because you can always eat your leftovers for a couple days. But I recommend putting some in the freezer. So in my kitchen, I keep a lot of these freezer and storage bags. I do all different sizes, the gallon, the quart, the sandwich size, whatever they sell, I buy them. It's worth it to me. I also do Tupperware. I also have glass and plastic Tupperware, but I think these work the best because they lay flat, they don't take up a lot of room, and they're really easy to defrost. So if you have the time and energy to go out and buy some freezer storage bags, I think they're worth it. I have to hide these from my children because they're such good quality. The kids will try to use them on everything. So that's a little bit of a lesson. They do cost a tiny bit more, but I feel like it's saving you so much in the long run because you're, making double and triple your meals for later. So easy. That way, when it's like a Sunday and you don't feel like cooking, you can just pull out whatever it is you made and defrost it and you're ready to go. Good tip, right? I love Ziplocs. I'm in love with them. My husband, I just have to tell you, my husband likes those fold-over bags. Who uses those? Nobody uses those in all of America. Hopefully none of you. I make fun of him. I don't think anybody uses those. Just him. All right. Next on my list. This is number... I'm losing my count. Maybe number 6. Well, that was double or nothing. So maybe 7. I bet you guys are counting. I like to, I'm holding up some money here with my family. I like to enlist help. And this saves you a lot of time and energy and therefore money because then you're not rushing out to go to a restaurant. So what I do is I bribe my children. Okay? And I bribe my husband. I'll promise him that I'll do something for him that he doesn't want to do. I'll bribe anybody and I will trade jobs. I'll give cash. I'll give gift cards. Once in a while, mom needs a break. So don't be afraid to get other people in your kitchen. And that's really hard, I think, for some of us. We're used to being in control. It's our kitchen. We like things done a certain way. We want to cook a certain way. We want to clean up a certain way. But if you're going to eat healthy for the long term, you cannot do it alone. You're going to need a little help from your friends. So whether it's a family member, a roommate, maybe they don't live with you, but maybe they live in town where you could take turns. Like, for example, one of you cooks a big pot of chicken and then you share half and half. Or one of you makes a big giant salad and then you share half and half. It could be a neighbor. But divide the tasks. Ask your friends, ask your family, see what other people want to pitch in. You can bribe them. You can pay for it. I think it's worth it. And you know what? I've been doing this for so long. My kids are starting to learn valuable skills. They're starting to learn how to cook, and that makes me really proud. I think that is, worth every penny that I'm spending. Because now my son isn't asking me to take him to, Taco Bell. Instead, he's learning how to fry eggs and make hash browns or whatever it is he's interested in eating. He knows how to make it because I've been teaching him / bribing him to learn. All right. Now, every mom deserves a day off. Now, see, some of these tips might surprise you. Here I am talking about saving money, and then I'm talking about having a day off. The reason why I'm bringing this up is that when you know you have a day off coming, like, for example, here's my Jimmy John's menu. I just grabbed a takeout menu. But when I know I have a day off coming, like scheduled, then I'm more likely to cook throughout the week. Because I say to myself, well, Saturday I'm going to not cook and we're going to get sandwiches. Then every day that week, I'm thinking that in my head. I'm thinking, well, I can cook tonight or I can cook tomorrow because I know I have this day off coming, right? Because you deserve a little break too. So this way, by planning ahead, I can relax, I can enjoy my week. I know I have a special treat coming up. It's not expensive. We do these, they have like $3 sandwiches or $5 meals at Jimmy John's, and I get mine wrapped in lettuce, and the kids get a special treat, and everyone's happy. So that's a pretty good deal, right? So those are my 10 tips. Oh, I had one more. Oh, no, I had 2 more. Look at me. I'm miscounting. Okay, 2 more. I need like someone going like this in the background. Next up, this is another one that goes with the packaged veggies. I couldn't find a frozen or a canned one because I was rushing up the stairs. But I want to make sure everybody realizes that to save money and to save time, sometimes you got to just let go of trying to be perfect. That is tip number 9. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to buy fresh, organic, fabulous, perfect everything. Cut corners. Get your canned green beans. Get your, canned, what else could you buy that's canned? Canned asparagus. I love that. It's really good. I use canned mushrooms. I use canned spaghetti sauce. Like, cut corners. Who cares? No one's watching you. You're in your house all alone cooking. If you can save money and time by using frozen or canned or alternatively, packaged produce, I think that's the way to go. You don't always have to be perfect, people. That's a big one. And then last on my list, I promised I'd get to 10, is I have a bottle of nail polish. All of my unconventional tips, I hope they're making you laugh. Because here's the deal. If you don't schedule some me time for yourself, in addition to planning your healthy cooking and your healthy shopping and healthy eating, then you might feel resentful. I know that's happened to me. I'll start to feel angry, like, oh, I'm doing all the work. So I make sure to spend enough time for myself so I'm feeling like I'm taking care of myself. I'm well nurtured. I'm exercised. I've had my water. I make sure to get my favorites, like my fancy yogurt that I want. And by doing these little self-care things, I just feel I feel like good about myself. Like I'm in the kitchen doing what's right for me. And it really helps me get more motivated and save money and time because I'm not out, hitting a restaurant or a drive-thru. Hey, I'm Stephanie Laska, author and creator of the Dirty Lazy Keto book series. I lost 140 pounds and I tell all of my secrets in the Dirty Lazy Keto books. The newest to join the Dirty Lazy Keto family is, dun, da, 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 the Dirt Cheap Cookbook. Every recipe is less than $10 to make. That's for the whole recipe. And every recipe is 10 grams of net carbs or less per serving. That's amazing. I can't wait to share with you all my funny stories, tips, and tricks to save money and time in the kitchen. We don't want to be wasting either one, right? Those are precious. So check out more on my website, dirtylazyketo.com, and you can pre-order it today. Thanks so much.